This summer, I've been reflecting on some of the amazing contributions that Amy has had to our local market and the community, both in design and construction. Here's my top 5 projects that I think she really showcased her talent, her work, and will have a lasting impact on our local area. Coming in at number 5 is perhaps one of her more understated projects that didn't get the accolades at the HBA that it deserved. It got the feedback all during the Parade of Homes, but it was her 2021 Parade Home, which was a ranch in Tamarack Trail. Now, this ranch had so many cool features packed into it because, let's face it, ranches are kind of plain and boring. They're just flat. They're usually garages all in the front. This one divided the garages in half. She had a 2-car garage on one side and a 1-car on the other side. And it was really a cool design because she had 2 mud rooms and the spaces were kind of separated a bit. It was almost like a workshop garage and like a family garage, but she had 2 separate garages. It was really a cool design. You came in, she still had this huge entryway that then flowed right into this great room with 12-foot ceilings that then flowed into an open kitchen and dining area that had great views of the backyard. But it was the finishes that she did in this home that were so cool. She had the hardwood floors, she carried it up on the ceiling to have this modern craftsman look in the ensuite primary suite on the main level, and it was just such a big pop. But perhaps one of the biggest things that people were really impressed with in that home was the bathroom. And that primary bath was so stylish, and it was very much sophisticated. It was a really cool bathroom. It had a separate soaking tub. It had a 0 entry tiled shower. And there wasn't 1, but 2 steam showers in this house because this was post-pandemic and everybody was very conscientious of their homes having amenities that we would expect in off-site locations like gyms. And there was a gym in the basement that had an ensuite sauna and it had a steam shower. There was also a very impressive lower level that had 3 kind of rooms. It was like a wet bar area that was a seat-in bar that even had a beer tap, by the way, that had a rec area and a family room. So these 3 rooms, kind of L-shaped, just a great space. The home was really, really just packed with so many cool finishes and so much design that it was really kind of unique to the area. And since then, have spawned 2 or 3 different hybrids of that floor plan that buyers just loved that home so much. And so I have to give her credit for that ranch because it's such a bold design and had so many cool finishes inside. Okay, coming in at number 4 is 5 Highview Knoll. This home was the project that put her on the map. It was a whole house remodel on a scale that was just unimaginable. It was unthinkable, really, truly. I mean, there was animals living in the house. The house was dilapidated. It had like 7-foot ceilings in the basement. It was a little cookie cutter, built in the 70s, which, hey, wasn't an age known for good design or good construction. The rooms were small, they were chopped up, they didn't function, they didn't work. There was so much about the home that most people saw 0 value or just need to be raised and rebuilt. But Amy saw a whole bunch of options and great design sense that she had. She was able to reconfigure the living spaces and make them completely functional for today's modern lifestyle. And she did it so well, taking what was a small galley kitchen and opening up this very large kitchen with this triangular shaped island that opened to a dining and living room that was previously all 3 of these rooms were separate rooms. She reconfigured the staircase, which was in the dead center of the home, which didn't make any sense. And she pushed it off to the side because, hey, it was on a beautiful wooded lot with river views, and she wanted to take advantage of these views. When you walk in now, you can see the whole views of the backyard. She took these halls that were like 2'6" and made them actual significant wide halls that were great spaces. And she just knew how to perfect and make this a modern lifestyle house. It had a bunk bedroom, it had a steam shower, the basement, she even lifted the whole house up and added 18 inches onto the foundation before bringing the house back down, so it had 9-foot ceilings and a walkout. There's so many incredible details in this home that she just really nailed this whole house remodel. I mean, really, it was a whole house renovation. so well done. It'll be remembered for a very long time to come. And it really kicked off her remodel career as she split her company into both a remodels division and a new construction division. Coming in at number 3 has to be Amy's real house, my personal house, our house. Our house was one of the first houses that she really just put her heart and soul in every little space. And since we lived together for the last 12 years, she's been redoing little small areas and perfecting it to her perfection. She had projects she still wanted to do that I'll probably still continue to do someday, just in her legacy and honor. But she did so many incredible details in this home. The floor plan, in my opinion, is perfected, and it is perfect, and it was just made and tailored perfectly for the way that Amy and I lived. From the entry, we had a giant 2-story foyer, which was just so inviting and a great space. We had a separate study that was my room with 12-foot ceilings that I love, but it's the back of the room where we did a whole bunch of unconventional items, including the back living areas have 3 French doors with just a Romeo and Juliet balcony on them. They don't go anywhere. You just open them to let nice breeze and light in and some fresh air on a nice day. And it overlooks the backyard, which is this beautiful wooded yard. And she carried this into the basement where she had other great design sense of doing barreled ceilings and movable casters, this media display. She did so many really cool things in the home that it really was a project that not only is she proud about, but I'm proud to continue to live in. Coming in at number 2. This was tough. I mean, personally, I think my house should be up there, but I have to put this one at number 2, and that is 402 Windmill Place. I mean, this is perhaps one of the most iconic homes that she did because it's a 3-story home. It had a finished attic, which with this porch on the top story that overlooked the front of the house. It was perfect because it was facing west, so it got all, at night you could get beautiful sunsets from up on the porch. It was a great space. There were so many great details in here, from her walnut cabinets to her 10-foot ceilings on the main. It was a modern craftsman, and she just knocked this one right out of the park. So many great and sophisticated details. It won Builder's Choice, best in its class that year in the Parade of Homes. It won People's Choice. I mean, it's been sold and resold again and again, and it is just an iconic home that is so well known by people and is recognized as one of really the crown jewels of her achievements. So we're at number 1. What's number 1? Well, number 1 is the biggest and perhaps most significant part of Amy's legacy. And that's the Peninsula neighborhood in its entirety. Before Amy came on, there was only like 40 homes built in the neighborhood. She finished the neighborhood off to 403 homes by the time she left in just 8 years. And her mark on what she did to the neighborhood and the parks and the homes and the different styles and the different types of homes is just remarkable. We have to just go take a stroll down the street just to see how incredible this neighborhood showcases her legacy. We have to start one of my favorite streets, which is Ball Street, which has such a variety of colors, and then housing types from townhouses to colorful single-family homes to parks like this one, the Central Park, to brick brownstones, which she did all over the neighborhood, and even the commercial square right in the middle, the Live Work Square, which has some incredible restaurants and has a coffee shop and some other fun businesses. One of my favorite pocket parks she did was the Hayek Park here, right off Moses Bloom, which really turned out so attractive and had so many little amenities. There's just this little space here. It was a sliver of just unused little grass area. And she utilized every little inch, from these cute little lamps that light up at night to an area just for your dogs to run around because it's fenced in. So we got a little chessboard here and this stone table here, which is really cool. The swing set, until I had a kid, I never realized how much you would need that, but it is awesome and is used all the time. Just a little reading bench. It was just such a great little space. And these pocket parks are really important to get people out of their house and good meeting places for just building community in general. One of the final stops in the neighborhood is the Habitat House, which she helped start and design for the new Habitat Women's Build. She was very proud of this house. She had so much fun doing the design, and it will be a big part of her legacy as she really wanted to give back to the community in so many ways, from design to helping charity and other functions. And she was just such a big part of this community, both in design and construction, but also just in giving back. And I miss her daily and dearly, and her legacy just continues to live on through me and all the work that she's done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and check back next week for our next one. Thanks for watching.